Well, it's 8:51 in the evening. Guess where I'm going? I'm going home. Turns out we weren't cut out to be campground hosts. Now, what actually happened, we rented our house out as an Airbnb for long-term stays, over 30 days. And we got a reservation. Like, sweet, that's great. We'll be making a little money on the side. We're not there to enjoy it. Someone else might as well enjoy it, and we get to profit a little bit. We have a little lockbox outside. It's got the keys to the house in it, the main front door. But we've been locking the screen door from the inside lately because the weather's been nice, and so we leave the front door open. Well, the screen door's locked. I called my engineer. He's on the coast. He had his wife go over and check, and sure enough, it's locked, and there's no key to it. So I have to drive home and open the garage door, walk inside, and unlock the screen door in order for the guests to be able to check in this evening. And I've been talking to this guest all day, trying to get things sorted out, and he finally went ahead and purchased it. And then I just recalled that the screen door may be locked when I sent him the door combination. So that's where I'm going. The good thing is, you know, we've only been here for a couple days, and no one wants to set out super early to go back home. But we need to, because I towed the travel trailer up here, and I got to tow the boat up here. So we were kind of dreading that drive back just to go get the boat. Well, here it is. It's a perfect opportunity to pick up the boat while I'm down there. So knock it out, two birds with one stone. Hey, at least we'll have the boat up here. Won't be able to use it for the next couple days because the weather is going to be crap. But next week when it gets nice, we'll have it up here. And we got a slip on Odell Lake. So that's cool. Super excited. Anyway, I'm in for a 3-hour plus drive now. There and then all the way back, towing the boat on the way back. In the dark, which will be interesting because I've never done that. Well, here we are, filling up the boat tires, getting ready to tow back. It's just after 11 p.m. Made it back, got the door unlocked for the guy. 15 minutes of work right now will save me 3 hours on the roadside in the middle of the night later. That's my logic. Another little extra step I'm going to take is put the transom plug in right now. That way, there's no chance that when I get out to the lake I forget and sink my boat at the boat ramp. Well, that should do her. I won't be sinking my boat at the boat ramp this year. Finally made it back. It's 1:46 in the morning. Yay. I'm so tired. I'm ready to go to bed. It is incredibly dark out here. Good night. The next morning. Thank God last night is over. So, 9 o'clock at night, I recalled that we locked the screen door and the Airbnb guest wouldn't have been able to get in, so I had to run home. But it's a good thing I did. I got home at 1:40 in the morning, by the way. It's a good thing I ran home because the weather radio had an alert and it was going off, and it would have drove the guest crazy, and that was in our bedroom behind a locked door that he would not have had access to. So good thing I went and got that shut off, got the boat out of the way. Not only good for him because he has a place to park under the carport in the cover, and we've got our boat up here now. So super excited about that. Later today or maybe tomorrow we'll go launch that at Lake Odell and get it in our slip that we have all season long. Well, you remember me talking about sitting on a wet golf cart seat not being so fun first thing in the morning. We're about to mitigate that. Here's the before shot of the golf cart garage. Problem solved. Golf cart garage complete. No more wet booty. It's lunchtime. We just got done doing a round. We untaped all of our water spigots because we passed the test, the water test, so the campers are free to use the water. That's a good thing because we've been drinking it. They said that's never failed though. Anyway, Angie is hard at work on her computer and we're trying to fix some lunch here. What's for lunch, baby?
We are having chili.
Yum. So a couple pro tips here. If you are an RVer and you don't have an Instapot, you are missing out. It'll be the best $80 that you ever spend because you can do so much in it. You can saute, you can slow cook, you can pressure cook. It is amazing. We love this thing. Right now, what I'm doing is another little life hack. I forgot to pull out the ground beef from the freezer, and we wanted chili today. But all you have to do, if you do that, is put the block of frozen ground beef on the little trivet, that's the little cooking rack that fits inside the Instapot, and then add a cup of water to it, and then pressure cook it for 5 minutes, and it'll defrost that meat. Not cook it, but just defrost it. You empty the water, you get rid of the little cooking rack, and then you turn it on saute, and you add your onions and your peppers and all the good stuff, and your beans, and then you just cook that meat with the vegetables all the way through, and then you switch it over to slow cook and have your chili slow cooking. Oh yeah. And like magic, 5 minutes later, we've got defrosted ground beef. Now we'll drain the water out of this and break the meat up, and we'll start sauteing our veggies and our meat to cook it through. Okay, so we're gonna add our defrosted ground beef, and we're gonna break that up. Tripping over dog food and bowls. Dogs take up a lot of real estate in an RV, unfortunately. We'll break this up. And there's the meat broken up. Not cooked, just defrosted. And then we'll go ahead and add our peppers. Try not to get them all over the floor here.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good. Thank you. One thing it's kind of hard to do, and I'm just realizing this because this is the first time I've ever done a little video, is cooking with one hand while you hold the other camera here. Hey, now this is easy. Angie's putting olive oil in there. We've got our peppers, our ground beef. She's going to add some onion.
Where is the
It's in the fridge. And some garlic. And of course it's brand spanking new. We gotta open it.
honey?
Here's the squeeze onion going in, and we've
Ooh.
got the same squeeze garlic that she put in there.
It's already chopped up.
Yep, minced garlic squeeze bottle and onion and peppers and ground beef so far.
I might want to get chips. We are gonna
Now
do
the loud exhaust fan. What you adding, babe?
chili powder
Chile powder.
and
No.
I do like Cajun. a little.
Heck yeah, Cajun going in.
And I have an avocado for after. forgot about that
Oh.
to add with it. And how about some crushed red pepper?
Pizza Hut style.
A little bit of that. And a little bit of Mrs. Dash because we don't want it to be high on sodium with salt.
Yeah.
There we go.
Alright. Now we're going to saute this.
And then after we'll do our chili seasoning mix, but not before.
You know, we were really, really lucky when we got this RV. It came with a garbage disposal and a vacuum. And guess what?
Yeah.
There's the vacuum. There's the garbage disposal. 1.5 cups of water and chili powder seasoning made by McCormick, I think. Now we let simmer.
Now we are gonna add northern beans.
And we drained the bean juice.
We did. And instead of using salsa, Rotella is pretty much the same thing.
Alright.
And it's got chilies in it, which is the best of both worlds.
Looks pretty good so far.
I usually like to put a can of V8 in it as well to give you all that nourishment.
Do we have some?
No. You could go get a can from the little store.
So both Angie and I like our chili a little bit redder than that. She's gonna run to the store and grab some tomato paste or some V8, either one. Meanwhile, we went off of saute and now we are on slow cook. And that will just get that flavor all blending together while she runs and grabs that can of red stuff to make it really red, how we like it. So initially, we thawed out our ground beef using pressure cook because we didn't pull it out of the freezer last night. But we showed you that hack. Then we put it on saute to cook that meat and the vegetables through. And then now we're on slow cook and we're gonna finish it out on slow cook to make this chili. The Instapot, can't say more great things about it. And here's the end result. Cheese and sour cream and some saltines. Whole wheat, of course. What do you think about yours, baby?
Delicious.
It is awesome. We actually forgot to start filming and we started eating. But then I remembered we put all the work into filming us making it. So we thought we'd show you the final result. Now we're busy. And that does it for another day in the life of campground hosts. Mike and Angie, we're getting tired. We find that we typically get up when the sun comes up and we go to bed when the sun goes down. And we've always been that way when we're in the RV. We just naturally acclimate. So we sleep more in the winter and sleep less in the summer. It's just weird like that. Even though we've got good blackout curtains and it stays dark in here, our circadian rhythm adjusts. Maybe it's just because we're closer to being outside. Anyway, good night, y'all. Thanks for watching.